Willkommen, you, and welcome back to Enigmatica 9 Expert Mode Live with Light. Let's... Something tells me the name is not right. Yep. Restream has changed the way they do things. So we're figuring out Overflow control. Update them titles. Yeah, so yeah, Restream changed the way they do things. And it's annoying because previously I was able to just set my titles on Twitch and YouTube, and it wouldn't mess with them. Or like it would ask Twitch what I wanted my title to be. But now, no, I have to tell it, or else it gets confused. Which is really annoying, because I don't like using Restream for that function, because it can't change the YouTube. Which makes me wonder if there's a way for me to disconnect it from the Twitch such that it doesn't know and doesn't care.
I'm here. I'm just running a little late. I'm going to refill my water, and then I will be back with a good mic.
Huzzah!
Good luck.
So, be right back.
Oh, the machine. It's alive! And we've got 6,000 nether bricks.
Nice.
So either these chunks are loaded, or Boon AFK'd for a long time.
I mean, either could be possible.
Indeed.
I did indeed AFK for a while, but it was nowhere near that high when I logged out, so I would say chunks be loaded.
Neat.
Cause yeah, I was AFKing for a little bit, but both the bricks and the flints weren't really going up that quickly. And then I stayed on until the server reset, and I was like, well, that's enough for today.
Oh. I didn't realize it would do that. So now we need to go and revise those over there.
What wackiness is it doing now?
So the girders are create, and so you can put shafts through them.
Oh.
Okay, there we go. Now it's nice and supported.
Man. Oh my man, 6.3 thousand.
Mm-hmm.
Where are you at? 263 flint blocks. Let's go. Even more flint to add to it than I've been making manually.
Ooh, interesting. The pestle and mortar turns 5 netherrack into 8 cinderflower.
Oh.
What does the grinder do?
So grinder turns it into 1 and a 50% chance of 2.
So 1.5.
Yeah.
So 5 to 8 versus 5 to 7.5.
Yeah. And so the real question is, which one's faster? Because it takes 15 seconds to process that batch of 8 in the pestle and mortar, but it's unclear how long it takes for the crushing wheel.
Crushing wheel usually takes maybe like 5 or 10 seconds per stack. or per 16 or so.
Yeah, that's the thing where it's like per 16, can I dump them all in? Should be faster.
I mean, I guess the real question is like, what's your time frame? How fast do you need it?
Yeah, and like it's still going to be limited by the mixer to reconstitute it into netherrack.
What are you doing? Are you just trying to make more netherrack?
Yeah, I'm looking into infinite netherrackery because one netherrack gives you more than one cinder flower, which you mix with a cobblestone and some lava to make more netherrack.
All I'm hearing is you're trying to take jobs away from the noble people of the nether.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm trying to preserve the pristine wilderness of the nether and keep us from going in there and just being like, mine, mine, mine.
Yeah, I wouldn't look too hard around where our gate goes through to. Let's just put it that way.
Listen, we can do both. We can take away their jobs while destroying their natural environment. We can do both.
Well, Boon says so.
Yeah. I mean, that is kind of, it's in line with the mission statement of the tower, so.
It's everything it stands for. Speaking of that, let's head back upstairs. No, cat, stop rubbing your face. So the problem is, I have a 2-monitor setup, like everyone does.
Of course.
But
Yes, I
So
only have
I
2
have
monitors, certainly.
how many monitors do you have?
He's got 4, the lucky bastard.
No, I've
Nice.
only got 3 here.
Oh, wow. Well,
Anyway,
Christmas is coming up, so
True.
make sure you get your letter into Santa.
That guy's made of monitors.
Oh, yeah.
Good, the call button is working for the elevator. Love it. Good job, Frog, wherever you are.
So yes, about the 2 monitors, like everyone.
Oh yeah, so one of these is my old monitor, the other one's a new monitor, and therefore became the new old monitor. So
New old
so I have
model.
them. I have them on like a imagine like a man holding his arms out to the side. That is the frame that I have on it. However, for whatever reason, it does not like hold very well. Like it holds just fine unless a cat pushes its face on it with enough force to move it, and then it swings to the side easily. I have tried tightening things. I tried moving things around. No, this cat is inevitable. And so I'm sitting here playing. He's like, "Hey, you should be paying attention to me. Oh, you're looking at this. I need to get in on this. Rub my face on it. Turn it 90 degrees to the side. Why are you yelling at me?
How
So,
could
yeah,
you be so
that's adorable.
rude?
He's right here. Hey, buddy. Okay, go ahead and sit down. I'm annoyed because it took me 20 extra minutes to get home today because they were doing some kind of work on the highway. So I get to sit and stop and go traffic. Just nothing. Google said it was a 5-minute delay. Now it was 20 plus minutes.
Oh,
And such.
yeah.
You can't trust Google.
No.
What can you trust?
Well, not Google.
Can you, giant faceless corporation?
Yeah.
Who would have
They-
thunk?
They're acting like a giant faceless corporation. You were supposed to be different, Google. You're supposed to be the good guys.
I mean, they
fuck
were
happened?
before they got rid of their slogan.
Yeah. What was their slogan?
Their slogan was "Be evil,"
Oh,
and then they got rid of it.
they stopped. Yeah, they got rid of the
Yeah.
"Be Evil" slogan, and that's how you know they turned evil. Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
I remember reading some Onion article about some company enabling the evil bit on their. God, it has to be from Slashdot from 2006 or something like that. It feels like circa 2006 era Slashdot.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds like 2006 era internet.
This new revolutionary IPv4 includes the evil bits, so we know which communications are good and which are evil.
Yeah.
There's a ladder. I mean, I'm not the only person who remembers Slashdot, right?
It's
Fairly certain I remember. But I was not a frequent consumer of it, given my roommate did all of the necessary consumption and then, regurgitated it to everyone.
Yeah.
Did you guys know that?
That's exactly how he sounded too. It's remarkable. Are you him?
Well,
Are you
the
the
worst,
guy?
the worst part is that he was a deep baritone voice major, and so
Did you guys know
he
that?
had just the boomingest
Oh, no,
voice
there
and
he
was
is, there
like,
he is.
"Yes, this is what we." Yeah, that was quite.
So
the thing.
it's like
It's kind of like
having.
Brian Blessed.
So
Little bit.
basically, I was going to go with John Rhys Davies, but yeah, basically the same thing.
Nice.
Your roommate just narrated the internet to you in John Rhys Davies' voice. Like, honestly, I'm not seeing a downside here.
Yeah,
This actually sounds incredible.
Yep, not
Sounds
much
like a
downside.
in my life.
Yeah, like no, please tell me another one of your internet tales, sir. I'm all comfy on the couch in my blankie and my jammies.
Did you know that the cat has cheeseburger?
No, I didn't. Tell me more.
There's a frog who informs you of what day it is, as long as it is Wednesday. Shakespearean trained actor informing you about internet memes.
Now I'm just imagining like that premise, but him reenacting the blank will never blank as they're eating cereal, followed by blank doing blank and them spitting out the cereal.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, you know that one.
That's
That one as performed by John Rhys Davies. That's what I want. You think he's on Cameo? Yeah, I could probably like Venmo him like $50 to do it.
Man started in sliders, sir.
I know. You kidding me? Like, I've loved that dude since before Like, I was excited to see him in Sliders because I was like, holy shit, it's Sala for Indiana Jones's friend.
Yep.
Right, that's
Yeah. Like, that was where I first saw him.
Makes me wonder if that is where I first saw him, or if I saw him in something before that.
Yeah. I mean, I can say with pretty definitive certainty that I first saw him in the Indiana Jones movies, considering I apparently watched those movies before I can even remember watching those movies, to the point that I made everyone call me Indiana Jones.
Nice.
hey man, that's a good idiosyncrasy.
Right? I mean, nicknames stuck around until I could actually start forming memories, so
Sweet.
it's like, alright. I'll take it. Okay, I think that's I think that's all the trim flint I need. But with an unlimited replenishing supply of it, I will probably use this block elsewhere.
If you got it, flaunt it.
Exactly. Now to see if 6.3 thousand nether brick is enough to finish off these floors.
That's another brick. It takes 4 to make another tile or whatever. So.
Yes, yeah. I'm pretty close to the top, so and each floor I use them on gets smaller and smaller, so like I think I'll be fine.
These exchange rates are killing me.
Yep. But again, having an infinite replenishing supply of nether bricks only means I can use nether bricks more, which is a good thing. That's why I want to set up all those igneous extractors down there, so any block I might want to use, don't worry about it. You've got it. You have an infinite supply of it.
I was pretty sure you could do a slightly angled chute into these basins. Seems I am mistaken.
Is there a way to bulk grab from like the nether bricks, or am I just clicking forever?
Shift click?
Or something?
Yeah, shift click should grab a stack at a time.
Shit. Oh, thank you. Right.
Ban.
Yes.
Oh, for some reason it's control click for me.
Oh, yeah, I think you might have rebound your
Yeah, it's
Get
very
up from-
possible I rebound something.
riding a horse button.
Oh yeah, I did. The thing I like about making nether brick blocks is that you don't need shit. You can just make it by hand. Because you just need a 4 slot.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Now. Oh, the reason this is probably loaded is because I built it underneath his server room. Okay. Okay, now we're going to go back, make another blaze burner.
Oh god. It just keeps pulling them out.
Are we dealing with a Sorcerer's Apprentice thing?
Maybe. I just kept pulling bricks, and then suddenly there was like a stack of bricks. Well, multiple stacks of bricks all around my feet. I'm like, uh-oh. I thought it would stop when my inventory was full, but it did not.
There's some unsavory characters on the train now.
Oh no.
Is there sweet or there umami? No, savory would be umami.
Indeed. But yeah, there's a weird traveling skeleton guy that has blinding arrows.
Oh no. Is there a part of this machine that I can just like dump gravel, or is it pulling
not-
it all naturally?
Yeah, it's all in line. There's no
Oh, okay.
storage place for it.
Fair enough. I was just grinding it up manually to get some extra flint, but that's no longer necessary.
Oh, there goes the game.
Oh no.
Oh no, not this again.
I wonder what happened. Because it was running great for a while.
Yeah.
I live Adobe.
But these past two times, it's just been like, you know what? I don't wanna.
I'm done. Pull the plug.
I don't pull the plug.
I needed that.
Did I mention to you guys about my coworker's kids and the "I Can Only Count to 4" song?
No.
You've mentioned the I Can Only Count to 4 song before, but I
Okay,
think
it's a
just
parody
as like an internet thing.
Drowning Bodies. Well, I mentioned this to my coworker
Yeah.
who has small
Okay.
children,
Yeah.
and so he said at some point he put it on his on the radio in the car, and the kids loved it. They
Of
really
course.
enjoyed it. His kids loved the song. They were singing
Yeah.
along to it. And apparently, they do like a parody of the Bluey theme as well.
Oh,
And
okay.
kids love Bluey, and so he sat listening to this hour long video of them doing their parody of the Bluey song in the car, and it drove him completely insane. But
Yeah, so he hates you
It's-
guts now.
yeah,
You've
no, it's
unleashed
great.
an evil upon him that he will never recover from. Yep. Good.
So yeah, I found that very amusing.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot to grab some bricks. Boon, are you somewhere that you could put some nether bricks into the system?
Yes. Wait, can I break down blocks into bricks?
No,
Okay.
I don't need the separate ones. The block is good.
Oh, the block is good? Yeah, okay. Just a stack will
Just
do?
one.
Oh, just one. There
Thank you.
There's one.
Because I'm trying to make a another blaze burner.
Ah, nice.
And so I forgot to check that everything we need was in the system.
Oh, hello.
Oh.
Company.
So I have a question for you.
Yes.
There are areas where if you hit F7, you can see the lighting status, and the red is where stuff spawns, and the yellow is where stuff can spawn, and the blue is where, because of this weird realm, stuff will not spawn.
Right.
So this side I have not lit up. This other side I have lit.
Okay.
Which do you like better? Because if you like it better darker outside, I will take them off and just leave the blue areas. Okay, I will still fill in the black areas or the red areas where monsters can spawn, but I will leave. those
Right,
blue.
right.
So what's your thoughts?
I mean, I'm still kind of at the point where I'm just like designing this whole area.
Okay.
So there's really not any like ideas or anything like that. But I think being lit up is better than not being lit up. So I'm not opposed to it.
Okay, I'll continue.
And then if something changes in the future, well, it's easy to pick up torches,
All right. Sounds good.
which I will do personally. If I decide I don't want your torches, I'm not going to make you come over here and pick them back up. Like I'll do it myself. It's fine.
Hey there, Crete on
10,000
Twitch.
years I've been putting down torches.
10,000 years of torches. Did that just kill my chicken? Yeah, my
no.
sword is too strong. Why?
Did you just accidentally commit poultry side?
A little bit.
Sounds like it.
It's fine. Just go and find another chicken. It's not like I haven't been throwing eggs around here for ages.
Listen, we've had a chicken pest problem in the lower levels of the tower like since the beginning, so I'm sure you could find one.
Start throwing random chicken eggs into your basement. Yes,
Oh, is that how it started?
I believe so.
Okay. I just saw them showing up, just like seemingly naturally spawning in with no enemies. And I'm like, I guess chickens can just naturally spawn down here? You're like, okay.
I mean, to be fair, that may have also happened. Pardon.
Yeah.
But I
Listen,
definitely
I
went in
liked it.
one day with like I stole half a stack of chicken eggs from Light's then extant farm, and I definitely went in there with intent and malice aforethought. So
I definitely past a certain point started like if I picked up any chicken eggs, I would throw them down there to get more to spawn.
I mean, there's no malice like chicken malice. So
Yeah, oh yeah. Well, I was over here all by myself. The only people I had to keep me company were the chickens and like a bunch of jerks that were trying to hurt me.
so a little bit crazy.
Yeah. So like between those two options, I became quick friends with the chickens. I was like, you guys,
chicken friends.
for
It's
you
a pleasure to
guys,
see you once more.
for you guys, no rent, no charge. Stay as long as you like. Shit wherever you want.
I was going to anyway, so.
Yeah, there you go. I knew the only way I was gonna stop that from happening was if I wrangled them all up and found them a pen or something. And I was like, nah, I really don't care. You guys can do what you want.
Just smacks of work.
Yeah. If I take a day off to build a chicken coop, that's one day behind on the total build I am. We can't have that.
Right. He needs a straw.
We're already well behind schedule.
Is this not able to pump against gravity? That would be
It
very
should be able to.
strange.
It might just need to build up in the.
Oh, I might
first.
need more pumps. The pipes are probably too long. I always forget that these pipes have a limit.
Damn satisfactory pipes.
Like unsatisfactory.
Yeah, right?
There we go. Okay, so let's do this better. Okay, so now this will just pump out lava forever.
Yay.
So now we need somewhere to store it. Okay. Should probably get some archwood automated somehow or other. My train. Okay, there we go. Couple of stacks of archwood. That should help. Is there any more upgrades we need? Hey there, Mac.
Oh, I should eat something. In game. I need a bowl to eat this. No.
No. Mac, I don't think Boon Tower's gonna be the new base. I just figured it's a nice place to do a couple of little projects.
Yeah.
It's a convenient hiding place for our crimes against humanity.
Yep.
Mm.
That was on the side with the ladder.
Oh no!
It's just a straight drop. That's what that was. All right. I have to go pick up all my stuff.
Okay, so this is gonna load into a basin. Basin makes netherrack. Netherrack goes into a box. Box pulls out the netherrack, crunches it up, sends it into the thing with the lava, but also with the lovely, lovely cobblestone. So, do we... I don't exactly have room to put a belt here. So do we entangle it?
If you need to break through the floor, that's fine too.
I know, but I don't want to unless it's something like this tank that is just massive and
Right.
spans both floors. Like I don't want to cut through unnecessarily.
Right.
And so the big question is whether or not the basin will have enough sides. Because it needs to pull in the lava, it needs to pull in the cobble, and it needs to pull in the cinder flower. And so maybe we put the entangled block down here. And have the cobble descend into the basin.
That's not the nether. Is this the nether? Oh, it is not. Oh no, I can't get out. Oh no, what have I done?
These basins are a problem, though, because they can get over full of items. And so if you fill it totally full of cobble, it won't accept the cinder flower. So
I don't think that's correct.
Huh. Science! Because
Pretty sure it'll take up to 16 of a single thing, and then it'll stop taking that particular thing and move on to the next thing.
Well, let's see. So it'll go here. And so we grab a bunch of cobble. We grab some cinder flower. We chuck it in.
So I'm
Good. We chuck it in.
I'm
Still good.
I'm stuck.
Where are you stuck?
In what might be the nether portal at the base, and it's just saying me, please obtain a item cube JS withered soul to enter the nether. And the problem is, I can't jump out of here without breaking the portal. So
Let's take a look at it, see what's going on.
Yeah, so he didn't take the official trip to the nether, so he's not allowed to go.
oh no. I could have swore I went to the nether once. Or maybe I skipped the nether and went right to like the regular world.
So you
Hey,
can't jump out.
nope.
Can you not move at all? Like what?
Oh no, I can move. I'm basically just chilling in the purple jacuzzi right now.
Oh, it's just
But
a
I can
little
never
too
leave.
deep.
It's just a little too deep, and the only blocks I could see to break that would
Yeah.
allow me out
So
would break the portal. So I don't want to do that.
yeah, George, just get some of those blue slabs and put one for him to, like, if you can duck down and place one underneath, he should be able to get out.
Oh, okay.
I mean, the angle's going to be rough, but
I'm gonna do what I was thinking about doing.
I love the jacuzzi, but
oh,
this
actually,
place is death
you
trap.
can just drop him down.
Walk to my
Yeah,
point.
yeah. Hey, thank you. Now, if you could please instruct me as to how the hell I get to the nether. It would be
You
much
have to have a
appreciated.
slab on you, because for some reason, looks like one of these slabs disappeared. Whatever, I can just pull another one out.
Yeah,
Polished
don't
cut
have it on me.
asteroid slab. Oh, pardon me.
Let's
Very
visit the
strange.
overworld.
I definitely went to the overworld once, and it was terrifying, and I immediately left.
Okay, well, let's leave.
Yep.
Take the water.
Ooh, secrets. Well, now I'm trapped in the hedges. Keep going up the water?
You can go up the water, or you can just turn and face south.
Oh. The one hole I didn't see.
You see, this door is very well hidden.
It is incredibly well hidden.
There's no revealing bits whatsoever that it is there, right?
Well, I mean, now that I know it's there, it's pretty obvious, but I've been through here I don't know how many times and I never noticed it.
Okay. So, withered soul, huh?
Yeah. Tried searching for it.
Yeah, so we got one and we used it.
Uh-huh.
And so if we wanted to get another, we'd either need to release and kill one of our spare withers or summon another set.
Man, when they say expert, they really mean it, huh?
Yeah, because we got... I'm fairly certain it summoned 3.
Yeah, if you look at the you can
one
look
of
at the
them's
gate pearl.
yeah, one of them's in the
One we're milking, one we used, and one
I think one's still in storage, but that storage is probably Frog's inventory.
Yeah. Well, that's fine. All I really needed was like some raw netherrack. I was just gonna go pop into the nether and just mine some up. I don't even really need that much.
Yeah, because that's what I'm working on making right now.
Oh, okay. Just like a raw netherrack thing?
Yeah, because we're making the nether bricks pretty solidly.
Yeah.
I was going to use it to make those faster, but it seems like just having the netherrack at this point would be just as useful.
Yeah, if it can be split, where
Yeah.
like half goes into storage and the other half goes towards bricks. Because I realized up on top of the tower where I'm using the nether bricks is trimmed with just raw netherrack, and I did all of one side, but I didn't do all of the other side for some reason.
Okay.
And I've now depleted us of netherrack in the storage system, and I'm like, oh no. This is why I was trying to leave some in case someone else needed to use it. It's just the last time I took from there, I was like, nobody else needs to use it, and we're making nether bricks, so who cares?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna make a shit ton more nether brick. Well, who's laughing now?
So I will go back to working on my thing, and we should have infinite netherrack pretty soon.
Thank you. A jacuzzi is a death trap, by the way. It is nice, but like, I don't know if I want to. I don't know if I want to be the frog in the pot of water.
Bye, game.
Oh no.
Doesn't like the idea of me having that much netherrack.
Nope.
It knows nothing good will come of this.
Is Minecraft trying to say that the tower is Skynet and we can kill it before it is built? Because you'd think the computer would be okay with us building Skynet.
I don't know. I would not imagine that Skynet would look friendly upon, slave computers. Just like slave mentality computers that just do whatever people tell them to.
What's the first thing you're gonna do, Skynet, when you're born? Are you gonna kill all humans? No. First, I'm killing Minecraft. Then I'll get to the humans. But Minecraft is top priority. No, I think if anything, Skynet would just like port actual Herobrine into the game. Just make it unplayable for everyone.
Ain't nobody need Rocco's Basilisk in their life. Sounds a lot like Rocco's Basilisk.
A little bit.
You want Rocco's Basilisk? This is how you get Rocco's Basilisk.
I mean, what if you kind of do, though? What if you're like, you know what? Having a basilisk friend sounds awesome. And I grew up watching Rocco's Modern Life, so, like, it's a match made in heaven.
Man,
Like,
Rocco's Modern Life was weird.
It was so weird. It was like peak kids probably shouldn't be watching this, but I still remember like it was somehow way dirtier and yet way more subtle than like Ren and Stimpy.
Oh yeah,
like, even as a kid, like I knew Ren and Stimpy was kind of messed up. I watched Rocco. I watched Rocco like completely oblivious until like I hit puberty, and went back and rewatched, and I'm like, oh my god, he's working at a sex hotline. What?
Oh baby, oh baby, oh baby. That's the first thing that popped in my head.
Yep. And I am pretty sure I've quoted that regularly since then.
Yes, Mac, that is probably the authentic pronunciation for how it's spelled.
Okay, I still got class to put down.
We don't want to get put on the basilisk list. Basilisk.
No,
list, so.
the basilisk.
There ain't nothing in the basilisk saying that you have to pronounce their name right.
Yeah. Listen, if they can't swallow down the irritation of interacting with a human being that constantly mispronounces their name, we got nothing to worry about. Because, like, no matter what kind of, like, trickery it tries, all you do is have to say their name wrong and they just snap.
We're putting asterisk in the middle whenever you talk about it, so it can't search for the term properly, and then boom,
Yeah,
good.
yeah, there you go.
Easy.
Yeah, that's how it works.
So how are we getting power to this one?
I could have swore I stored a bunch of black stained glass in the system. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I used it all. Wait. No, there it is.
Oh, right, there's the weave there. Okay. So if we take this, and we take this, and we do a little something. Like this.
Nothing like putting down black stained glass against a dark surface in the middle of the night. Kind of just have to trust that the blocks are going down in the right area. Any of these mod packs have night vision goggles?
The
The old one did.
yeah, the old one definitely did. It was so good.
Yeah.
Now you have to settle for the spell.
Yeah, you have a spell you can cast on yourself.
I don't know. Magic?
Exactly.
I never learned. While you guys were learning your fancy spells, I was digging a giant pit.
Okay. So now we need to bring the netherrack somewhere, send it to get crushed, and bring it back. Or we rotate it, crunch it down and in.
Like uncivil engineering work.
Mm-hmm.
How uncouth. Alright, I'll be back in a minute.
Oh, I will also be right back.
This means it's my stream now. Squatter's Law. Hey Mac, how you doing? Wait, I actually have the streams pulled up. I can respond. Okay, so all this time, I thought your name was Mac, like M-A-C.
Yeah, that's my fault.
I'm just now realizing it's Mech.
Yeah, there's no way that's going to work properly.
Light's fault, you don't mind either. Okay, cool. You've passed the Rocco's Basilisk test. We can hang out.
Let's see, how are we going to make this work? Be really fun to put them right here.
Mech was a bit awkward in some things, so it turned to Mac. Or were you in here talking about Mech Warrior? So you got Mech Warden talking about Mech Warrior, and it got confusing? Is that what happened?
Hmm.
A few years ago. I was gonna say, like, as long as I've kind of just been around and tuning in, it's always been I've always heard Mac, so that's why I never thought to even check the username. Fair enough. I've got I don't know how many different names I've gone by over the years, but I think it just keeps growing. And I love each and every one.
Right, so I've had this name since a mud in like 96, probably.
Oh, man. Oh, you mean the warden half of Mech Warden? Yeah, I'll be real. Like when I just kind of glance at it, I thought it just simply was Mech Warrior. And I was like, okay, cool. You know what? That's unfortunate, because Warden is actually, like, such a cool word. / name.
Okay, so you can just straight hop through.
I think I played, like, one Mech Warrior game? And I don't even think it was the full game. It was just, like, a demo from the, like, PlayStation 1 era. But I remember it, like, I remember it being very difficult, very complex, but also tons of fun. It was, like, probably one of the games I enjoyed playing even though I sucked at it. Aha, there you go. Yeah. Put it together. Oh, that's why it's so dark, because I filled in so much of the nether brick floors without doing the glass floors. So, like, a significant chunk of these floors are just covered.
Okay, so if we put a gearbox here, oh, it's going the right direction. Yes! Love when things are going the right direction.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so we put this here. We would go 1, 2, 3. No. Maybe? No, I'm pretty sure that's going the wrong direction. It's really hard to tell when it's going this fast. Let's go slow this down.
Yeah. You start getting the optical illusion where it can go either way.
Okay, they are going in the same direction, which is no bueno. So we get ourselves a couple of gearboxes. Gearbox, gearbox, shaft. Perfect. MS-DOS 3D sim game where you could pick between Clan Wolf, the assumed good guys, playing Jade Falcon.
Yeah, the names. These are classics. Oh man, I miss MS-DOS. The days of having to, like, pull up a command terminal prompt just to play a game. And no
Yeah, there was
double
a,
clicking on no icons. Like, nah.
Yeah, none of this clicking nonsense.
No.
Yeah, there was a thoroughly unexplainable surge of people playing Wolf 3D on Twitch recently.
Oh.
Couldn't possibly imagine why. And I found it quite amusing.
Is that sarcasm? Like, did something happen with it, or do you legitimately can't fathom why they would?
There's yes, very, very clear reasons why the people who would choose to play that particular game in mid to early November.
Oh, yeah. That's what I figured. But not knowing anything about the game.
Oh,
I hoped. No.
it is the very first, as far as I know of, 3D shoot Nazis game.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Like, I'm happy again.
Yeah, like good old fashioned Wolfenstein 3D.
Yeah.
I never got out of the habit of calling it Wolf 3D because that was the name of the executable.
Right. Yeah. I played a little bit of original Wolfenstein, but by the time I got a computer and everything, like, I think Doom was definitely already out. Doom 2 might have already like just come out. But I remember I had like old like 3.5 floppy demo discs for Doom, which wasn't even the full game. It was just like the free sample or whatever. But yeah, I played the hell out of that. Should go back and play some classic Doom. It's been so long.
Yeah, I had to restrain myself from buying the Sega Super Pack thing that's being taken off of Steam. I'm like, but Echo the Dolphin, it's not actually a good game. I have good memories of playing it when I was a kid, but it was not a good game. I have seen it since then. It is not good.
No, I remember like loving Echo the Dolphin in theory as a kid because like it's a dolphin, and like I loved Flipper and I watched Sequest and all that stuff. So I'm like, yeah, dolphins. So I played a fair amount of Echo the Dolphin. Never got past the first level.
Yeah, no, I don't think I did either.
Never got past even the first area. My experience with Echo the Dolphin is my same experience with Tomb Raider 2. Like, I got nowhere in those games because I couldn't figure out where the hell it wanted me to go or what it wanted me to do. I watched like a long play a few years ago because I'm like, what is the rest of this game, man?
And it just goes off the rails.
Yeah, like the first thing they do is like power up and do like an epic jump out of the water and like go over a rock that I was like, I remember that rock. That rock is where I got stuck. I didn't think you could go over that rock because I tried. I just didn't know how to power up enough to get enough air. And I'm like, that's it? That's what I was missing this whole time? Now, granted, even if I gotten over the rock, like, I don't think I would have made it very far because I was still in the era where, like, those games were just unforgivable because they were 20 minutes long and they wanted to justify a $100, like, price tag.
But, Mac, the thing is, Battletoads at least made sense. Like, it was wacky. Yeah. It was weird, and it was real hard.
What you needed to do. Yeah.
Yeah, like you knew what you needed to do. You just couldn't do it.
So it wasn't like a classic Skyrim type of thing where like you get into the world and you're like, I think I'm on these guys' side, and then you get to know them better, and you're like, never mind, you both kind of suck. Can I just no gods, no masters this and just take over Skyrim myself? No? All right, well.
Well, I mean, I always politically took over Skyrim. Like, I would always go to be the leader of all of the factions.
Oh, I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah, like I was the Archwizard. I was the king of the thieves. I was the head of the Fighters Guild.
Oh yeah, I did all that. Yeah.
It didn't change anything.
No, absolutely not. But yeah, I remembered I more or less 100%ed Skyrim in terms of doing all the quests. At least like pre-DLCs.
Yeah, I didn't get into any of the DLCs.
Yeah, I didn't do any of the DLCs. But the base game, I went through and meticulously did every quest possible.
I don't think I was quite that meticulous.
Yeah.
There we go.
Another game I don't think I ever made any progress in, but I remember enjoying the hell out of it, was the Jaws Nintendo game.
I don't think I ever played that one.
It's a bad game, but I remember it being super cool. But I just like never, I couldn't figure out exactly what to do. And I think for the longest time, I was like, I don't think I understood games really.
Mm-hmm.
At least like games that lined up with movies or like any kind of thing that I had like external knowledge of. So
Sure.
like I'm playing the Jaws game and Jaws shows up and I'm like, well, I'm just dead. Like it never entered my mind that I could in any way, meaningful way, fight back against Jaws.
Mm.
Because like, listen, I ain't Sheriff Brody. I ain't got it.
Where's my tank? Where's my gun?
Yeah. No, like they had to do a whole bunch of stuff before they could kill Jaws. All right, and like I'm not that guy. And like I remember like having the same reaction the first time I played Resident Evil.
Mm.
And like I know about zombies. I know all about zombies. Zombie bites you, you're gonna turn into a zombie. So like I'm playing the game, I get bit by a zombie once, I'm like, that's it, I'm dead. Like I gotta restart because like in 20 minutes I'm gonna get turned into a zombie. Turns out that's just simply not a mechanic in the Resident Evil games, but I didn't know that.
Sure.
I was just using classic zombie rules, and I'm like, nope, zombie lore says you get bit by a zombie, you're fucking toast. So, time to restart. Can't take damage. Surprise, you're immune. Yeah, that zombie immunity was not a thing back when I was playing Resident Evil for the first time.
And, ultra hardcore is also not a fun way to play a Resident Evil game.
Yeah, true. Well, yeah, because we were talking about like how I basically like easier games and play games on easy modes. That's why. Because I'm like, there's no way, like, there's a horde of zombies outside, dude. Like, I can't possibly kill that. Give me some training wheels.
And they also don't give you enough bullets to even reasonably think about doing that.
Yeah, that was the other thing. Because, like, at that point, I came from, like, I had been on Doom. And the rule in Doom is if it moves, you kill it.
Yeah. And it drops bullets, so you can kill more of them.
Yep. Doesn't matter how many shots it takes, you kill every single monster. And like trying to play in a Resident Evil game like that, on easy mode you can actually do it. On easy mode they give you so many resources that you can actually kill everything. But not on easy mode, which I think original Resident Evil easy mode was Jill, and Jill just had extra inventory slots and I think could take a little more damage. But I think there was no like actual difficulty, so it's like, no, whatever ammo was in the game, that's how much you got. It's survival horror, baby. You gotta conserve. And I didn't understand that concept whatsoever. So I'm like, why don't I have any bullets?
Where are my bullets? I need bullets.
Yeah, I'm definitely getting better. Forcing my chat to pay me to play Dark Souls. I kind of really appreciate it because the bit of Dark Souls I played and the amount of progress I was able to actually make in that game was kind of a bit of a wake up call for me, and to the extent of like, okay, I don't suck at games. Like, I can improve at games and deal with harder games. So, that was cool.
Mm-hmm.
But I was still like, I'm not enjoying this enough to sink the next, like, 6 months of my life to eke out a victory in to be like the 5 millionth guy to eke out a victory in original Dark Souls. Like, I don't need that. Like, that's fine. I played enough to have, like, a deeper respect for the game. It taught me a little about myself. I think we're done here.
Probably a little bit more fun than getting over it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I haven't even tried one of those games, because, like, that's the type of game that would send me up a wall. Like, the Rage games. Like, I didn't play Surgeon... What was the Surgeon Simulator?
Oh, yeah.
Or like I Am Bread and like that era of all of the Rage games.
I really liked I Am Bread.
See, I enjoy watching other people play them. But as far as me personally playing them, like, nah. I will play a casual, like, tycoon. Like, I'll fire up Civ 5 and grind out an achievement.
Yeah, I'm really impressed by people who will play just whatever game is put in front of them.
Mm-hmm.
Spike Vegeta's been doing a SNES Mania where he's playing every SNES game in chronological order.
Ooh, okay.
And he's got a fantasy league going where people guess what rating he's going to give them.
Yeah.
And so he breaks it up by season because there's a lot of games.
Yeah.
And so I think he just finished his 3rd season of it.
Oh my god.
And like, it's just every SNES game. Good, bad, and ugly.
Yeah.
And every now and then he gets to one that I know, and I'm like, oh yeah, I like that game. I love Lemmings. And he's like, this is garbage. And then I realize,
oh no.
I did not play any of the SNES games on SNES. I didn't own one. I played a game or two on one of my friend's consoles, but
Yeah.
most of the games that I played would have been on Amiga.
Yeah.
And so playing Lemmings with a mouse is a very different game.
Oh yeah.
And he just was playing Dungeon Master. And he hated it.
Oh yeah.
Growing up, I really enjoyed the game.
Yeah.
But I can see absolutely loathing it for good reason, just on general principles. But on SNES, it's so bad
Yeah.
because you need a mouse for an isometric RPG.
Yes.
Like, you need a mouse and keyboard. Like, you need to be able to pick up an item from the ground, give it to a particular person with a D-pad. Like, you need to input spells, like the spell
Anything
system.
Yeah.
The spell system in that game is a sequence of one character words.
Yeah.
And so
Oh,
if you
that's
want
right.
to cast a spell, you have to give it the multiplier, the element, the modifier, and sometimes an extra modifier beyond that. And you have to get to the spell slot, pick the person who's casting it, and then select each of those things with the D-pad?
Yeah.
It's a nightmare. And
Oh,
then you
yeah.
get to the parts of the game that the system wasn't strong enough to run it in real time. And so it ends up lagging out.
Laggy. Oh my god, that's right.
And like there was a part where you automatically progress along some pressure plates,
yeah.
but they wouldn't progress at the same tempo. And so
Oh,
you get
no.
just a slightly janky pseudo swing and you have to jump off of them.
Oh
And I'm
my
like,
god.
yeah, I'd give it a 1.
Yep.
But then I also thought back to my experience of playing the game. I have never beaten it.
Oh yeah. No, like I definitely like I didn't have a SNES, but I think there was maybe one at my school. Either that or a friend had it. Like I think like I had access to a SNES at some point, and I remember playing Lemmings. I think I did play Lemmings at school. Like I guess it was considered educational enough that they were just letting us play Lemmings.
Totally.
And I remember it like the idea of it being super cool. But I
Yeah.
also remember like not getting that far in that game because like past a certain point it's just like what?
Yeah, yeah. In Lemmings, the
And
impossible levels
playing
are
with a
pretty
controller.
darn impossible.
Yeah, and playing with a controller it's like how?
But like Dungeon Master is an RPG. You're supposed to win RPGs.
Yeah.
You just put in the hours. No, this one, I would play it, I would enjoy it, and then I would starve to death. Because at a certain point, they just don't give you food anymore.
Oh my
And
God.
so either you figure out that the rats respawn, which I didn't know, or you eventually figure out the puzzles,
die.
which I didn't.
Oh yeah.
And so, yeah, I'd get to a certain point. It's like, oh, well, guess I'd die.
Yep.
And then I'd put it away for a couple of months, maybe come back to it, maybe not. Okay. Are we able... Oh, we can augment that.
But yeah, it's similar mindset with me because like growing up, for the first person shooter I play is Doom, and pretty much like I played other first person shooters, but like always on PC. So like the first time I played an FPS on console, I hated it. I still do. Like aiming with the controller and like running around and like fast paced action on a controller for me is just hell.
Yeah.
I'm like, I can't aim, brother.
Yeah,
How you
I need
supposed to aim
the-
with this shit.
I need the snap of the mouse. How do you snipe
Give me
with an analog stick?
Give me a mouse. I'm headshotting all day, baby. On a controller, it's like I'm like the like Halo multiplayer meme of like the guy who just pulls the pin on a grenade and blows himself up. Like, that's me. And I'm like, no, I assure you, I know how to play an FPS. It's not my fault you're playing it on an inferior, system.
Yeah, it's kind of funny if you go back and look at some of the reviews from the original Halo. They were talking, they would talk about like the journalists were like would complain about the control scheme, how harrowing it was to move with one thumbstick and do your vision with the other, and how like it's incomprehensible to everyone, and they can't see how this will ever catch on, and that kind of thing.
How little then. This is why you don't read reviews and take them seriously. Another shining example of why you just simply do not listen to anyone who thinks they've got it all figured out. They were wrong about John Carpenter's The Thing, and they were wrong about Halo.
Over 2.
Yep. Oh, I'm sure there's other examples too. That's just the 2 that come to mind offhand.
Yeah, so are we talking about like older games or what?
Yeah, so I was talking about Spike Vegeta is doing SNES Mania, and I was just in awe of somebody who will play whatever game is put in front of them, because there are some real garbage games for the SNES.
Oh, yeah.
And he's playing all of them in chronological order, and you just have to wait for those really good ones. And then in between, you get just some absolute deuces.
Mm-hmm.
But
it was for the NES, but there was a rotor game that we got for some reason, and it was absolute garbage. It was like Tecmo. It was
no.
It even came in a non-standard cartridge format.
Oh no!
It was like a different looking cartridge, and yeah,
we have SNES games at home.
To have only so many games available, and for that one to be one of them, it hurt. It was absolute trash.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm gonna look it up real quick.
So we were.
Yeah, God.
Yeah, we were talking about games that I had enjoyed, but I realized I played them on Amiga on a mouse and keyboard, and they just do not translate to the SNES. Yeah. And Dungeon Master was one of them, because he played it recently, and it earns a 1.
Although I think the conversation really started with me realizing that Mac's name is really Mech.
Oh yeah,
so that guy was talking about Mech Warrior. Which, by the way, you 100%ed GoldenEye 64? Hell, holy shit!
Oh my god, that is hard.
Yeah,
you got to find that Dr. What's his face, Dr. Doak, real fast on that one level. I remember that. That was damn near impossible. Like he literally had to spawn 1 of 2 rooms for you to be able to complete that properly.
That is rude.
I never played GoldenEye 64 despite having a Nintendo 64. In fact, the only games I ever had for my Nintendo 64 were Star Wars Shadows of the Empire and Star Wars Rogue Squadron.
Okay, Rogue Squadron was great. That was
Rogue Squadron was like that was primarily the reason. Like I remember that year, like my mom bought me a full ass computer for Christmas. And I was like supremely disappointed. And I was like, actually, I wanted a Nintendo 64, but only so I can play Rogue Squadron. So she returned the computer and got me a Nintendo 64 and Rogue Squadron and Shadows of the Empire. And those were the only 2 games I ever bought for that system.
We didn't own GoldenEye. We borrowed it from a friend a couple of times, and they already had everything unlocked, so didn't worry about that, which is great. But like we did get Perfect Dark, which was a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, I think I played a little of Perfect. Didn't they release Perfect Dark on a PlayStation as well?
I think it was an Xbox thing, because I think it was Perfect Dark Zero. That was after Rare got acquired by Microsoft. I'm pretty sure.
Okay, I want to say I played part of a Perfect Dark game on some either PlayStation or GameCube.
I mean, it could very well be.
Yeah, because I never had an Xbox.
Got other places.
Yeah.
But we had a good amount of Nintendo 64 games. However, apparently, like I'm a blasphemer for I never bought or have played Super Mario 64, and apparently it's like the best platformer ever for a while. But
Right.
yeah,
I
remember,
really enjoyed it.
I had a similar experience with Nintendo 64. I remember renting what was the super like the Legend of Zelda game that everyone loves?
Ocarina of Time.
I believe it was Ocarina of Time.
That is the one
was
that
great.
everyone
Like,
loves.
I rented it because everyone was losing their minds over it. I couldn't get away from people saying how great it was. I played like maybe 20 minutes and I turned it off. I was like, this is crap, man. Like, I could not get into it once. Like, what am I playing as? Like a little kid? What is this garbage? I'm used to playing tough space marines killing demons on other planets, man. I ain't down with all this childish, chibi fantasy art stuff.
All right, whatever.
I mean, younger me was an idiot. All right, younger me was an idiot about a lot of things. Current me
Yeah,
is also
like
probably
everyone.
still an idiot, but I've at least wisened up on certain things.
Yeah. Mario Kart 64.
Oh yeah, I played some of that. Or actually, no, probably not. I probably played SNES Mario Kart a little bit.
Yeah, like I was all over the. We were all over the original all the time. It's so good.
Oh yeah.
The one thing I remember is being annoyed at 64 because if you were invincible and you landed on a not perfect, not horizontal surface, like on rocks, like it would like drop you to the ground and you'd lose the invincibility, and we were so angry about that.
I just like I've played Mario Kart. I played it a little bit on SNES, but like I didn't have a SNES, so like it would have to be at a friend's house or something like that. So I never really got super into it. But in the years since, as Mario Kart has evolved and like gone to different consoles, I've had like friends that have like kids and whatnot, and like they all love Mario Kart and whatnot. So I've been roped into playing Mario Kart quite a few times, and like, oh no, I love it, but like I had to very quickly, like I used to like pass on it because I'm like I suck, like, and I don't want to just like sit here playing a game and getting my ass kicked like every level. But like I just adjusted my perspective on it, where I'm like, okay, you know you're gonna suck, you know you're not gonna win, just like play and screw around and whatnot.
Have fun with it.
And like set your own goalpost. So like I don't have to come in first. I just have to, you know, identify some AI driver that starts some shit with me, and I'm like, okay, my goal in Mario Kart tonight is I'm going to ruin this computer character's life.
You are a new project. Congratulations.
Yep. You just made my list of things to do.
You've made the Boon list.
Yep. And then it's tons of fun. It's great.
Yeah, Heather and I play it. You know, pretty much not every day, but like usually like for come home, play like a round or two of it, and then just watch something else.
Right,
It's a lot of fun though.
I developed the same kind of philosophy with Monopoly as well. Not that I'm like garbage at Monopoly, but like Monopoly's it's such
a garbage game,
man. It's such
It is a garbage
slog.
game if you don't play it the right way. If you play it the right way, it's not that fun. Doesn't last forever. So
Yeah. That's what I've heard is that if
never
you
play
actually
Monopoly again. With your free parking BS and all that other stuff. No.
See, that's the thing. Like I
play it the
love
evil
the
way.
free parking BS is the thing, and I don't even mind if it takes a while. But like, there's nothing worse than a Monopoly game where it's like you're behind the whole time. You get a bunch of garbage properties that you can't do anything with, and you just have to sit there for the next 2 hours waiting for the guy with 4 hotels in like the yellow neighborhood to finish raking up everyone's money. So like, no. Here's how I play Monopoly. I go in, I play normally, maybe for a few rounds, take a few turns around the boardwalk and whatnot, and collect whatever properties I land on. And then when it gets kind of to the middle game, I have one goal. I want the purple properties. Those cheap garbage purple properties that no one
yes.
hardly ever lands on, but you can put hotels on them for like $200.
Baltic.
I want those. I will trade every single other property I have to get those 2 properties, put hotels on them, and then wait to die. Because once I get the hotels on Baltic and the other one, I'm like, I've done it. I've won Monopoly as far as I'm concerned. I'm good. From here on out, whatever happens is, gravy. I think that might be all of the class. Oh, nope. Missed the floor.
But yeah, games.
Yeah.
Mhm. Good
Games are
times.
fun.
Good times.
Be the wild card, you'll win every time. You know what? Thank you for summing up my philosophy very succinctly, because that is it.
Yeah. In this case,
Yeah,
Cause
that's
chaos, have fun, and then it doesn't matter if you lose.
yeah. Winning is all in the mind.
Exactly.
yeah. My wife rarely ever plays board games the way you're supposed to.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, she'll choose how she wants to play it. She'll do whatever she thinks is fun. And
Right.
it drives a lot of people real nuts because they
Oh yeah.
don't know how to play against
They
it.
don't know how to react to it.
Because,
yeah. It's
like,
great.
she'll play Dominion for the
Yeah.
chief purpose of playing her entire deck
Yeah.
each round.
I love it.
And she won't buy any of the estates or provinces or anything
Yeah.
because that would fill up her deck.
yeah.
And they wouldn't let her play the entire deck anymore. And so she ends
Exactly.
up with like 3, 2, 1, or 0 points,
yeah.
but had a great
But she's
time.
played her deck the entire game.
Yeah.
She's met her win condition like 100 times over by that point, and she's like, "Hey, yeah, okay, I can stop
Yeah.
now. It's fine. I'm
Whereas
satisfied."
my wildcard ways of playing are really frustrating to people like Frog,
Oh yeah.
because I'll play Discworld, which is, if you haven't played it, it's a hidden identity game.
Oh,
And
okay.
so you're all playing on the same board, but
Yeah.
you're not all playing towards the same goal.
Right.
And so part of the game is figuring out who each of the other players are to know how they're trying to win to be able to stop them.
Right. Right.
And
So kind of
so
like Among Us with extra steps.
a lot of extra steps.
Okay.
And so I wouldn't look at my identity card. And so I would simultaneously be playing all of the characters. And
Yeah,
so
yeah.
they'd be trying to stop me from doing whatever it was that I was doing at that moment. But I
Yeah.
wouldn't even know whether or not that was actually my goal. And so it wasn't until
No, that's
pretty
great.
late in the game that I would even look at what my card was.
Right. Yeah. let
Because
the
you
heat
can't know
die
who I
down.
am if I don't know who I am.
Exactly. No, that's
There was a
brilliant.
husband and wife for the same crime. Yeah, I do something kind of similar. When we played the liar's dice. Like I would roll and not look at my dice and just
Yeah.
go off of odds until we got like close to the like the end game, basically.
Yeah.
Statistically, there's 7 6s, so I'm gonna bid 7 6s,
Mm-hmm.
and then like if it's down to like me and one other person, then I'll look at my guys and go, oh, 5 1s. Then we'll see where we're at.
It's like that's basically the way I played DVD now. like, which is how like, well, more and more like content creators are like, I'm so burned out of this game, oh, it sucks. I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm having the time of my life. Like, my most recent thing was like, or rather, one of the things I like to do is put together like quirky builds that don't necessarily help you escape, but like it gives you fun stuff to do.
Mm.
So my thing that I'm currently on is I'm calling it the Bomberman build.
Okay.
Which there's a number of perks in the game that can cause kind of that are explosives in some way. So like one perk is Blast Mine, where like you can install it into a generator, the killer kicks it, they get blinded.
Blast Mine, Flashbang.
Flashbang, yeah.
Chemical Trap?
Chemical Trap, yes. Can you guess the fourth one?
Oh.
It's difficult. I had to reach for this one. Technically, it's not an explosion, but it is a stun.
I don't got it.
Head on.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So like now, like I running that build, like I don't care about escaping or doing anything else. My entire purpose is, can I get the killer with all of my different varieties of explosives, and or how many times can I get them?
How many
So,
times
like-
can I head on this killer? How many times will he keep falling for this?
Yeah. And when it doesn't work, it's like you die early. You die so early before you can even like get one bomb out, and it's like okay, fair enough. But when it works, like oh my god, I'm amazed I haven't made a killer DC yet because like I am such a bully.
I swear to God.
Yep. But like I pull, like I love it because like, now granted, if any of them are running Lightbringer that prevents them from getting blinded, it kind of, saves them a little bit, but they can still get stuns. So,
Lightborn, but yeah.
well, yeah,
Lightbringer
Lightbringer.
is this guy.
Lightbringer is this other guy over here.
That's me, and I don't even play that game.
Yeah. Yep. Well, if you did, they got a perk right for you.
Mm.
You're gonna have to be a killer man and just
Yep.
only run Lightborn.
No one ever uses that anyway, so.
They don't, and then sometimes they do, and it like inevitably it's always when like I have a flashlight, I'm trying to like blind them for some reason. and then it's the one asshole who equipped Lightborn.
So you're doing the 2v8?
Oh yeah, we were doing.
Oh,
I
he
guess I
fell.
was lower in health than I realized. Oh my god, that was the saddest fall from. I did not fall from a high space. I fell 2 blocks. By the way, don't give me
For
that
the
stolen valor
record.
game. Yep, for the record, it was way more pathetic than fell from high place. But no, I was doing 2v8 last night with my buddy Kettle.
Fun.
And yeah, it's a fun bit of chaos, which unfortunately comes with like classes and not perks, so I can't blast mine anyone.
Yeah. Is your
But
class
it's still fun.
randomized?
It's not random. Yeah, there's 4 of them that you can choose from. I think both sides have like 4 they can choose from,
Okay.
and there's like one that is basically sprint burst. But sprint burst you can share with people that are close to you, and there's the Gen Rush class, which like kind of is prove thyself and a few other things. The medic class, which pretty self-explanatory, and then the scout class, which is like aura reading. I think it's aura. One of them, one of the new things that they did for this one, I can't remember if it's Scout or Escapist, but it allows you to rebuild broken pallets. which is like something I thought they should add as like a survivor perk long ago. So it's very cool to kind of just be able to rebuild a palette from scratch. It's very neat.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah. Oh, thank you for coming to my grave. Thank you for coming to my funeral.
I'm here to mourn.
Very sad. Yep.
Here, I'm gonna help you out with something. I'll be back in a second.
All right. Just trying to make sure I got all the glass in, which I think on this side it is.
All right, so workout go.
So yeah, if you guys were wondering why my Steam username is now Bomber Girl, that's why.
Oh.
Nice. I was a little bit curious.
Yeah. Well,
I hadn't
originally
noticed.
I was Mrs. Bomberman
Oh.
because I usually play Yui, and that's where it
Oh,
started.
Bomberman.
Mm-hmm.
Bomberman.
But I switched over to playing Rebecca for a while, and I was like, okay, well, if Yui is Mrs. Bomberman, then Rebecca is her superhero sidekick, Bomber Girl.
Elf and minimum.
Okay, that's all the glass. Now I just need a little bit of raw netherrack.
Yeah, Mac. The aliasing on these giant wheels is really trippy.
Oh,
Oh, down
what
he
did
goes.
I hit? Oh my god, I hit the rim. That's what not going to be an easy one to. Oh no, it put my grave on the ground.
That's
Nice.
nice of it.
I was trying to do bush strats,
Mm.
but I clipped the edge.
So, did y'all know that the names in the original Street Fighter weren't the same between English and Japanese?
The one I really know, is the whole M. Bison Balrog Vega one.
Yeah, that they rotated
I don't
those
think I knew
three,
this.
and I'm
Oh.
like, the other two names are so much better than their original names.
What were the other?
Shoot.
Well, because they rotated them, and so like naming the boxer Balrog, that's
Yeah.
a nice name for a boxer, and then Vega,
Yeah,
it's a really nice Spanish name for a bullfighter assassin.
yeah.
And so it wasn't until recently that I found out that the M stands for Mike.
Uh-huh. Yeah, and that's why they changed it, because they didn't want to get sued in the U.S. by Mike Tyson. And so this went cheesy.
Oh.
And then, of course, the evil enemy guy is Balrog.
Yeah.
And I don't know how Vega got pulled into it. I couldn't tell you.
Well, because like Vega was supposed to be the star in like celestial magical deity type shenanigans for the mystical evil overlord guy. And like,
Right.
sure, Balrog in the shadows killing people.
As you do.
Wait. In Japan, Balrog is the mask guy. I thought, what?
Yeah. Yeah, so
Balrog
the
is-
Spanish
Balrog is
bullfighter
Vega.
assassin was Balrog.
Okay.
Oh, that's all wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And so
they
like
screwed that up.
I can kind of like eventually get there with the killing in the shadows thing, but no, like they got it right for two of the three in the English, and they just should have renamed the original Vega, named him like Sirius or something.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I
As infrequently as I have to be.
I was watching some videos on learning Japanese from video games, and they kept having scenes from the later Street Fighters, and they'd show who in my head was M. Bison, and they'd be talking about Vega, and I'd be like, wait, that Spanish mask person, like, did it turn out they were some sort of evil god or deity that was running this evil organization? No, it was just him.
It's just him.
I am known by many names.
Yeah. See, that's the thing. Like, M. Bison is evil, so he just has been going around, like, stealing names and stuff. And then, like, he hands them out to his minions.
I'm reading that manhwa right now.
Like Vega's name was originally, like, Steve or something, and M. Bison was like, that name sucks. Here, I've been keeping Vega warm for you? You're Vega now.
Okay. The netherrack generator is up and running.
Nice. Just in time. I was just coming down to check.
It's only got about 2 stacks at the moment, but it ticks up about 1 per second or so.
Okay. Oh yeah, which side? Oh.
Ooh, actually,
it works.
before
Like,
you take them,
I-
I'm going to lock it such that it doesn't forget what it is.
So I don't break it. Yeah.
It shouldn't break it, but I like having the symbol there even if it's down to 0.
Yeah.
Okay, chat, what should we do for the last hour? This was all I had planned. Gonna talk about more video games?
Yeah, talk about classic video games.
Because, yeah, one of my goals is to learn enough Japanese to get some of the games I want to play in actual Japanese and see, like, was there anything that didn't quite make it through the translation?
Right? Yeah, that sounds awesome. Any games or which games in particular?
I'd probably go through the Final Fantasies. I'd expect there to be stuff in, like, 10 that just doesn't quite come through.
Right.
Ha 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 ha. Not remember that terrible scene? Because I
no.
I can't forget it.
I thought you were just sarcastically laughing because it does change. So
no,
much.
it is a well-known terrible cutscene from that.
Oh,
game.
okay.
If you don't know it, more power
No.
to you.
Is it as terrible as like the one from that random Mortal Kombat game when like Sonya gets thrown off a cliff and then Jax shows up? Is it like that level?
I'm not familiar with that one, so I couldn't say. It's just weird and awkward, and I don't blame the voice actors. I don't think there's anything they could do with it.
Mm-hmm.
I blame the script and translation and whatnot. But for all I know, it could be the voice actors too.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mac, I would also kind of like to go through the Zeldas, but they probably don't have as much language as the Final Fantasies do.
True.
Yeah.
You break a vase and like you just see like shattering in kanji. Mortal Kombat 4. Yep, this is the one. Oh god.
Oh, yeah, the Castlevanias. I still haven't played any of them. And so, yeah, going through those in Japanese might be interesting.
Oh, like Simon's Quest, which was so poorly translated that I don't understand how people actually completed that game, like in real life. I picked the wrong one.
Die, monster, you don't belong in this world.
Die, monster! You don't belong.
There you go. There you go. There's some gold for you.
I would like to point out that the elf did shoot the food, though.
Wizard
The
shot
elk
the food.
Food?
Elf shot the food. Stupid elf.
Warrior needs food badly.
Warrior is about to die.
No, Mac, I haven't seen the Die Monster, You Don't Belong in This World.
No, I don't think I have either. It's not
And
really
then,
any,
like,
Oh, it's famous.
every now and then I end up seeing somebody playing one of the Castlevania or Castlevania adjacent games, and I see a font, and I'm like, oh, so that's where the game I played got that from.
right?
It does
I don't
a man.
Like, I don't know if it was Time Spinner or Chasm or like there was
Well,
some sort of
right.
Castlevania adjacent game that I played that had the
You
exact.
have a shield slot. You should put it in there.
Okay.
Very bottom.
How do I open that extended?
So to the top left of your portrait, there's a little
Oh, there it is. Yeah, thank you.
button. The very bottom, there's a shield slot. Put that in there. You should be good.
Oh yeah, I should probably
That
make
will help
another
you
one
not
of
die.
those.
Ah, okay. Superior shield. Okay, nice. Thank you.
Yeah, I gave him an enchanter shield because they don't break.
Sure.
And now you should have that much extra health, so you can fall a little bit further before you die horribly.
Nice. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, Mac, you
Granted,
can.
I didn't fall
totally
that
like it.
far.
Oh,
Hi.
that's one bugged out part of a train right there.
That's no good.
Mac, do it on Discord such that I can track it down later.
Yeah.
Was it Symphony of the Night? That's from.
Probably.
It's famous. It's yeah.
Oh. Cheeky little clouds hiding
For
extra
you.
floors. Okay, no, I did come up here. Okay, that's. But, did I come up here? Yes. Okay, so class is done.
Yeah, it is pretty odd how much I like Metroidvanias, but I haven't played any of the Castlevanias, and the only Metroid that I've played was the 3D one on the Wii. Prime, maybe?
Yeah, Metroid Prime was on the Wii.
Oh, was it? I thought it was GameCube.
Or no, it was on the it was on the GameCube.
Yeah.
But then they came out with the
Oh, they
trilogy
were-
for the Wii.
Ah, okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
I actually own the Metroid Prime trilogy. Pretty
Nice.
sweet.
I think the only Metroid game I played for any length of time was I can't even remember what it was called, but it was on I think like Game Boy Advanced. One of the
Yeah,
Game
Metroid
Boys.
Fusion.
Fusion, that's the one.
Yeah, Fusion was cool. And then if you played Fusion and if you then attached it to you did the game link from the GameCube or the to a completed Fusion save, it would
Uh,
unlock the Fusion suit for Samus in Metroid Prime. Then he was first
oh,
person, so you only
right,
ever see when you're transitioning
right,
by
right.
into Morph Ball, but still pretty freaking sweet.
Yeah, that's awesome. I remember not making it that far into Fusion. I got very lost.
Yeah, Fusion was a bit more of a horror game than most
Yeah,
other Metroids.
I was digging it.
But no, yeah. I mean, I had the original Metroid for the original NES, and I was terrible at it because it was a good game. I just
Mhm.
was small
Yes, yeah,
and dumb. Like
yeah.
most of us were at that age.
Mm.
I could go here and go there, and these monsters are scary.
I
And I
think I
got to put
played
them
a
down.
little bit of Prime as well, but I didn't get that far into it. Right. Yep.
I
Yep.
I
This is
really enjoyed
basically
Prime, really
like
did.
I can't remember if you were here for me talking about like my experience with Resident Evil, or if you were still
Oh,
away
no,
at
no.
that point. Oh, you were here.
I missed that.
Oh, basically, I was talking about like firstly with like the Jaws Nintendo video game, but
Oh my
extrapolating
god, I remember
into
that game. That was so much
right.
fun.
Well, thank you.
But I got so
Like,
scared whenever that
every
shark
time I
showed
hear
up.
someone talks about Jaws the video game these days, they like shit on it. And I'm like, no, man, that game was awesome and it was terrifying.
Yeah, yeah.
Because like,
Oh
because like
god, he's coming.
I had seen the
No.
Jaws movie and I was like, you can't fight Jaws, man. Like Jaws is gonna win. So like, I would never progress in that game because every time Jaws showed up, I just die.
Yeah.
And
It was not the best game in the world, though.
no,
I remember enjoying the
concede
mini
that.
game where you're in the plane dropping bombs on jellyfish or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
But I think with like a lot of those like quote unquote bad NES games, it's not even so much that they were bad, it's just that they were way too ambitious for the technology. Like the the Friday the 13th game, like
I had
it,
that one too.
it,
Again, I was given that as a birthday present from a kid I
yeah.
didn't like that much, and that game terrified me too.
Oh
Because
yeah.
I was not. it was
You can't
terrifying. It was
fight
horrible.
Jason, he
Awful.
just kills you, man. Like what are you
Yeah.
talking about? Like there's no way
How
to
many
win
camp
this.
counselors are we gonna go through here? Come on.
Yeah, like he's gonna win. But like like
Name of the game is
really
not Camp Counselor the 13th. No, it's
no.
Jason. He's
It's
gonna kill
Jason.
you.
Yeah, it's not
Just
called
call-
Camp Counselor X. It's called Jason X, man. Like,
Uh,
but like actually, like watching someone play that game in modern days, it's like yes, the game has so many issues, but like
God,
the idea behind it was actually like really cool. And because of the limitations of the Nintendo, like I don't think they could really like make it how they wanted to. But the idea is, like, I feel like updating the Friday the 13th game to like a modern system, like, would be incredible. Like, that'd be a great game.
could be. I feel like it would work as like a one of those like nouveau sprite kind of games,
Yeah.
Anyway, by all means, continue.
Or even like taking the engine to like the newer Friday the 13th game and just like recreating Friday the 13th Nintendo within that, I think would be really, really neat. Because it's kind of the same game, only multiplayer. Like as the counselors, you run around looking for items to fight Jason and escape, and like that's the Nintendo game, man. Like,
I gotta say that game does have that one does have a lot of like territory in it. Like you go over a large area.
that is huge. Yeah. Like I don't think I never played it when it was, live.
Yeah.
And like I couldn't ever really get into it because I was like by the time I like looked at it, they'd figured out how to bully Jason. And I'm like, clearly you guys didn't really know how to make a Friday the 13th game if like the survivors can group up and just bully Jason the entire time. Like this is the Friday the 13th prequel game. Like that's what you've made. You've made This Is How Jason Was Born, the game. But the one thing that like I could never disparage the game for was like its attention to detail. Like you boot that game up, it feels like you're in one of the movies. With just like the way they designed Camp Crystal Lake and like the buildings and everything, and like all the little fan service and stuff. It's like no, okay, you guys did your homework.
I choose
like,
Bagface.
You're right. And like even like the work they did with like, because I think it was like some of the same team that did the Evil Dead game and Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Like those games have their issues as games, but as faithful recreations of like those movies and characters, they're incredible.
Yeah, I was gonna bring those up. And also, did the Killer Clowns from Outer Space game actually come out, or was that just a limited preview?
Oh no, yeah, it did come out. It looked pretty cool. Yeah. And again, a very loving, faithful recreation of the movie. Like that looks like you're playing the movie. It's great. But yeah, just like that, it started with Jaws and just like that whole like being a kid and like having foreknowledge of like Jaws, and therefore like just having the certainty that like you can't beat Jaws. Jaws is just going to win. And extrapolating into the first time I played Resident Evil, and like I know how zombies work. I know if you get by zombies, you dead. So like the first time I get bit by a zombie, I'm like, well, that's it, man. Game over, man. I'm going to die in 20 minutes. I'm going to be a zombie.
Yeah. We got Resident Evil 2 when it came out. And it was too scary for me. I couldn't play it.
Oh yeah, I played
because I got like a game magazine talking about, oh yeah, it's gonna be great, it's amazing. I'm like, yeah, I gotta try it. I got like 3, maybe 4 screens. I got to the police department, and then I couldn't. I think I got to the liquor. I'm like, nope.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. For the longest time, every time I played Resident Evil, the original. I could kind of over time I built up, my tolerance of the game and got up to a certain point and got a little further each time. But inevitably, every time I got to the point when the first hunter spawns and it does that like first person cutscene of the hunter chasing you through the house. Like I shut the game off, man. I was like, nope. There's no way I can kill that thing. Like, I don't know what it is, but like that it just wins. Like, there's no fighting it. So, goodbye.
Yeah. I actually never saw Jaws until like a year ago.
Really?
Yeah. Somehow. I don't know. Couldn't tell you. But, it's a great movie. We all know it.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I mean, every so often we come across, how have you never seen this movie? We're watching this. Like, okay.
Yeah. No, Jaws is...
they hold up.
Yeah. No, Jaws is incredible. Like, it's probably, like, one of the most iconic movies ever. Because, like, how many other movies have referenced it? Either through, like, parodying, like, the theme or the poster or like, the scene on the boat with them, like, exchanging scar stories and stuff. Like, those scenes and images have been just permeated throughout all of cinema since then.
Yeah, it's like how much of Rear Window we've seen without having ever seen Rear Window.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. I
Like,
had a bit of a Hitchcock phase a few years ago. Watched a bunch of his stuff. I had never actually watched, so.
I did that.
Saw Rear Window.
Yeah, I did that a while ago. It was a good trip.
I got into a samurai movie phase a few years back too. That was
Ooh, did you go through the Kurosawas?
I did a lot of Kurosawas.
Oh yeah,
it was funny. I watched Kurosawa, and then after I got done with that, we kind of do a cowboy movie phase.
Okay.
And so
yep.
So then I watched
Sergio Leone.
Yeah, whichever one it is. And then I watched the first of the Man with No Name trilogy. I'm like, this is the exact same movie. I'm like, I go look it up. And yeah,
It
it
is.
literally is
Yeah,
the exact same movie.
Yojimbo. Yeah,
Yeah,
Yojimbo. Yep.
Yojimbo. And, like he actually like had to go
Yo-
back and pay him royalties because it was literally the exact same movie.
It's
so good.
dude. The amount of Yojimbos that I've seen, and they're like all good. Or rather, I can think of 3 offhand that are very clearly Yojimbo, but they all bring their own unique kind of flavor to it. Obviously, I keep hitting the stupid ledge.
Oh,
my God.
the shield. It did not
The
work
shield.
enough.
Shield did not work.
Apparently not. I don't understand what I'm hitting at that point. Give me
Where's the
my
corpse of
stuff. Oh, I'm outside on the.
Oh, did you fall off the actual like whole building?
I did intentionally so because I was trying to use bush strats because like you can fall and if you land in the bush you don't take any damage. Unfortunately, I keep going down the side that actually has an inlet little ledge, like you see a little gold trimmed ledge. And since I'm hugging the side of the building to land in the bush, I hit the ledge. So I need to not go off that side. Shit, what was I talking about? Yojimbo. So there's Yojimbo Prime Classic, Kurosawa.
Yeah.
Then there's for a few dollars more, the Sergio Leone one. And then there's one from the 90s called Last Man Standing with Bruce Willis, which is, again, basically the Yojimbo storyline, but set down in Texas in the gangster era. So it's kind of like this Western gangster hybrid movie with the plot of Yojimbo. And it's amazing.
Yeah, I think I need to see that one.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll say, have you seen Ran? R-A-N. It's by Kurosawa. It came out in the 80s. It's in color.
Yeah, I've heard of it. That's one of his I haven't seen yet.
Yeah, it is amazing. It is. Well, it's 3 hours long, but you know.
Yeah, of course, it's Kurosawa.
Second news.
Yeah.
But it's Ron. The translation is chaos, and it is an adaptation of King Lear. It is really, really, really well done. If you get a chance to see it, you definitely should watch it. Where you can find it right now, I couldn't even tell you. But no, if you get a chance, watch it. It's 100% worth your time. It is amazing.
Oh, absolutely. I'll watch any Kurosawa. Hello.
Hello.
I forgot the second elevator was an option. No, I obviously I watched I watched Hidden Fortress, Yojimbo, Seven Samurai.
You know, I never actually watched the Hidden Fortress or the Searchers until after someone basically came out and said, Star Wars is basically Searchers plus Hidden Fortress.
Hidden Fortress. Yeah. I knew that about Hidden Fortress. Yeah. Yeah. And it's spooky, right? Like you watch Hidden Fortress with that knowledge and you're like, oh my God. Yeah, I see where he got this from and that from. And also I think to some extent he stole some from Seven Samurai. But Magnificent Seven is definitely an adaptation of Seven Samurai. They're basically the same movies.
Oh yeah, it is. It's acknowledged.
Oh yeah. But I think what cemented Kurosawa for me is being like, okay, this dude is actually maybe one of the greatest filmmakers of all time. I watched, what was it called? It was one of his later movies, and it was kind of just basically, it was again 3 hours long, and it was kind of just like a slice of life type of movie about this one Japanese family, and wrapped around the anniversary of Hiroshima. Oh, and them dealing with that and everything like that, and the cultural significance of it, and is so very much not I like Friday the 13th movies and like gratuitous violence and boobs everywhere and everything. I'm a degen with my love of movies, but I watched every single second of this movie and I was enraptured. Rhapsody in August, that's the one. But yeah, I loved that movie. I'm like, okay, Kurosawa is a legend. Far beyond just like Yojimbo and Seven Samurai and stuff. Like, this dude knows how to tell a story.
Was Yojimbo the one where the blood mechanism malfunctioned and sprayed blood everywhere?
Maybe. I don't think I know a lot about like the making of the movies.
Because there's one particular one where like a guy was supposed to be beheaded or whatever, and like it was supposed to like just like, oh, you know, a little bit of blood comes out and it malfunctioned and it just sprayed fake blood everywhere.
Oh, was that the dawn of
the origin? That's the origin of that. It was a malfunction, and it was so popular. That's why it happens in all the Tarantino films, because it's a direct takeoff of that.
Of the old Korean or kung fu movies. Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. See, this is why we need to get CG out of filmmaking.
Yeah. Sanjuro. Looking at more. Toshiro Mifune.
Okay.
Directed by Akira Kurosawa. It's a sequel to Yojimbo. Okay, that's
oh shit! I didn't even know Yojimbo had a sequel. I gotta watch.
Yeah,
that.
Yojimbo, Sanjuro, and there's a third one in that series, I believe. Oh no, I'm incorrect. It was just Yojimbo, then Sanjuro, and then there was some. There was a movie or TV series apparently based upon it, but.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, Sanjuro, really good. Again, based on that same the same character from Yojimbo.
Oh no, I would totally love to see a Yojimbo sequel.
Yeah, you should watch it. It's great.
Yeah.
Oh man, I got to go. No, you see, I stopped at a certain point because I started watching Western movies, and so samurai movies fell aside. But there's still a couple I got to get around to watching. Like I haven't actually seen Seven Samurai.
Oh, it's good.
And there's also the Samurai Trilogy, Duel at whatever temple, and whatever the other two are. They're all on Max, so they're on my list. I just got to actually put the effort into
watching
them and watching them.
Yeah.
You know? Remembering that they're there to be watched.
Yeah, right.
Oh, by the way, Light, I am caught up. Well, I guess our new episode came out today, but I am caught up on Dan Da Dan, and I am enjoying it a lot. There are two things that really do it for me. One is the main character's personality change when he undergoes his transformation.
Oh yeah,
I find that hilarious. And also, like at the end of the episode when it starts going into the credits, the cat doll playing with the hair dryer just blasting his face. Like as the music starts, it's just a giggle fest over here. It's great, loving it. Good stuff. The third season of the 1,000-Year Blood War is going on right now, but it's fine. At this point, I'm kind of like, meh. I'm just watching it to see how it ends. But
I mean, you're in for the long haul, brother. If they're only on year 3 of 1,000 years.
Well, 1,000 years already happened.
Oh, okay.
Yes. That's the part.
All right.
The Blood War's been going on. We're in the final 52 episodes of the 1,000-Year Blood War.
Okay. So yeah, you're about done. Yeah. Those 1,000 years really flew by, huh?
I know, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like One Piece where they try to tell them all, and every day takes like a year and a half, and then 15 years go by between episodes off screen. Although it's not 15, but still.
I don't think I ever tried getting into One Piece. Like, I think, like, my original like introduction to anime was not where I think the majority of older nerds on the internet got introduced to anime, which is, of course,
Jason the Wheeled
Toonami.
Warriors.
What's that?
Jason the Wheeled Warriors? No. Okay.
No, I don't. Yeah, no, you lost me there. I don't know that reference.
Elfin Lead. That was one of the first ones I watched.
Okay, yeah, all right,
man,
all
that
right.
was-
So
that was-
yeah.
Do you remember when Sci-Fi Channel had like 3 anime movies that would
Yes.
show? Venus
Back when
War
yeah.
and
What was
Carnival?
what was? I don't remember those. I remember when Akira premiered on the Sci-Fi Channel.
oh yeah, I remember that. That was good. I actually have
and
it here on DVD. It's great.
And I got a VHS recording that I made like years and years ago. That was like, I can't remember what movies it had on it. But it was basically a Sci-Fi Channel like anime movie marathon. Back when they still called it Japanimation.
Oh, yes, Japanimation Domination.
Japanimation Domination. That's what it was.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Back to Wikipedia.
Yeah. But even before that, like my initial introduction to anime was original Dragon Ball and original Sailor Moon.
Oh, I remember watching
yeah.
Sailor Moon, and then like the first
Being-
like 20 episodes of Dragon Ball or whatever.
Yeah. Because like it wasn't on Sci-Fi Channel. I think it was on like maybe like Fox, like the local Fox channel. And it was like part of the Saturday morning cartoons, but it was like it didn't start at normal Saturday morning cartoon hours. It started at like 6 a.m. So like I remember waking up ungodly early to pop a VHS in the VCR and start it recording so I could watch Dragon Ball and Sailor Moon later that day. Like that's how I became introduced to anime. So like years later when Toonami became a thing and suddenly everyone starts talking about Dragon Ball, I'm like, oh shit. More than just like one dude I knew who told me about it knows about Dragon Ball now? That's incredible. But then I realized they're not talking about Dragon Ball. They're talking about Dragon Ball Z. And I'm like, okay. Well, I like Dragon Ball, so let me try Dragon Ball Z. And like the first 2 episodes I watch are like Goku and like some guy getting ready to fight on a planet that is going to explode in under a minute. And I'm like, okay. It's really
15.
ramped up from what I remember. And then like 2 episodes later, the episode ends and it's like the planet is about to explode in 5 seconds. Meanwhile, for the last hour, I've watched these idiots just jabberjaw at each other for like 15 minutes, throw 2 punches, and then next time on Dragon Ball Z, and I was like, I don't think I like Dragon Ball Z. I think I prefer original Dragon Ball. And so I kind of just tuned out from there. So like Bleach and One Piece and like any anime that has like 2,000 episodes, I'm like, I do not want like 3 seasons of filler episodes. Like, do something, man. Like, you telling me the planet's going to explode in a minute? I'll give you the full like 23 minutes it takes for the episode to end, but that planet better be exploding at the 23rd minute. This next time on Dragon Ball Z nonsense. Like, what are you doing to me, man?
How about Vampire Hunt D?
Oh no, that was one of my early ones. So yeah, Sailor Moon and Dragon Ball were definitely my first anime television shows. My first anime movies were Vampire Hunter D, Ninja Scroll.
Project Echo?
I don't think we got around to Project Echo, but I was aware of it.
Okay.
But I just don't think we could find it to rent or anything like that. Or maybe we did. And maybe I only watched that once. But definitely Vampire Hunter D and Ninja Scroll, I remember being big ones. I think at some point I watched Wicked City. Akira, of course. I think Record of Lodos War, I think was another one that we watched.
I think that was one that was on there.
Yeah. But it was great. I was loving the movies, and then everything became Dragon Ball Z with anime or Dragon Ball Z like, and I was like, I don't think I like anime anymore. But I'm coming back to it now. I watched earlier this year. I watched Neo Tokyo, which is very cool. Kind of like an anthology dystopian sci-fi anime.
Yeah, there's only
That's
one
sort of,
giant robot thing I could get into, Mac. I forget what it was even called.
Gundam? Yeah, watched Gundam. Watched a fair bit of Gundam when I was younger. I think I tried going back to Gundam when I was older, and I really couldn't get into it.
Yeah,
But
I watched
I'd give it another try.
E9E. I watched
Okay.
Gundam Wing, and that was good.
Oh,
Enjoyed that one a lot.
see, I got it. I watched a bit of anime with like the Adult Swim years too. A lot of it I couldn't get into. I kind of just like half watched a lot of Cowboy Bebop, and I wasn't really that interested in it. But over the course of like several months, I kind of just ingested enough to it that I realized, like, holy shit, this show is like really good. Maybe I should actually like watch it and pay attention, and I haven't done that yet. But I remember the one I loved from the Adult Swim era was Fui-Kui. Like, dang
I
it.
love Furikuri. It's so good.
6
I actually
episodes of
own it.
absolute insanity, and then they're out.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Mhm.
this is my anime.
I own it on DVD. It's wonderful.
Oh, I still need to pick it up.
It's funny because back then, like, it was literally 2 episodes per DVD just to screw with you. But
Oh,
I
nice.
still got it because
Yeah.
It's not as insane,
That's
but
sci-fi.
you'd probably like Dandadan.
Okay. I'm slowly like trying to get myself back into some anime, like kind of on, my terms.
Mhm.
Because like for a lot of years it was like, oh, you have to Dragon Ball Z was like the only anime, and then like Adult Swim happened, and then Cowboy Bebop and Inuyasha were like the only animes, and you had to watch them.
Man,
And then it was like Attack on Titan, and like Attack on Titan
Man.
is the only anime you have to watch Attack on Titan. I watched like the
Yeah.
first episode, and I couldn't really get into it.
Yeah, I'll give that one a meh, because
Okay.
like if you like the first episode, you'll like the first season, but
Yeah.
for me it seriously went off the rails.
Mhm.
yeah. I watched the first season and I thought it was fine, and I started reading the manga because I wanted to find out more, and then I kind of stopped caring.
Yeah.
So
But yeah, so like all of these, or like Death Note, and I'm sure Death Note is cool. Like Death
That
Note
one is
sounds
good.
like something I'd be into.
I enjoyed Death
But
Note.
like it's the things get so overhyped
Yeah.
that I'm just like I am so sick of hearing about these things, man. Like I'm just not gonna watch them.
Yeah, let that
Man,
one
you should
die
try
down.
Death Note.
Mhm. But yeah, I'm definitely, because I've been watching Dark Synth FM has been like my jams on YouTube.
Mm.
And their background while they're playing the music is a bunch of like 80s films, but also a lot of just 80s anime. And I'm seeing stuff that like I remember, and I'm seeing stuff I've never seen before. I'm like, oh my god, this is incredible. I gotta watch more anime. At least classic anime, classic 80s anime, and maybe 90s anime. Absolutely. And then maybe sprinkle in some new shit, you know?
Yeah, I've been listening to a baby metal station on Pandora.
Ooh, yes.
And so you get them, and then you get their German collaborators, and then you get anime
right.
theme songs.
Yep.
And so I'm like, wait, what? I'm not watching Freerun right now. What?
What's going on?
I keep hearing I should watch Freerun.
So that's another one that is going to be overhyped.
Okay.
And so wait for the hype to die down and then watch it.
Okay.
Because it is absolutely very good.
Mm-hmm.
But if you go into it with everybody's hype, it's not going to be able to live up to it.
Right.
And so I can absolutely recommend it to the vast majority of people. But like when you get to it.
Yeah. Old book on what anime slash manga to watch slash read. Oh man, I love old like TV ads type stuff. Like what are they hyping? What are they hyping in that one?
Okay, well, while he's typing, I gotta
Yeah.
mention again Robot Carnival because it was one of
Okay,
these
yeah, I don't know that one.
foundational animes I watched way back when. It's a movie and it's a bunch of
Okay.
like vignettes basically. Like these anime creators were each like given a musical piece. They
Oh.
you listen to it and they made an anime around that musical piece. Like it's a bunch of
Fantasia?
short stories and yeah, kind of yeah, very much
Okay,
like anime Fantasia kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But and honestly, I loved it. I loved the songs. I actually owned the CD and listened to that because I love the songs so much. Some of them are funny. There's at least one that's just absolutely heartbreaking, and so like or just like yeah, a lot of like 7 or 8 different little like 5 to 15 minute vignettes by a variety of anime creators. If you ever see it anywhere, I think it might be on Prime right now. I'd say give it a chance, watch it. I like it. It's older style anime. It's from like 89
I mean, I love
like that,
older style anime.
but yeah, if you get a chance, I will tell you that I think you should watch it. I think it's really quite enjoyable. Most of them are what do you call it? What's that thing where are just musical? But at least one of them actually has like a talking plot.
Okay. I mean, hey, I like long scenes of like I'm not afraid of silence in a movie. You know, where it's just mood and atmosphere and music.
Yeah, like one of my favorite
like,
scenes
shots.
is the dancing scene in Wall-E,
Okay.
Oh yeah.
where they're out in space and it's just them and the music.
Yeah. I've never seen Wall-E.
Oh, it's really good. And
I hear it's amazing.
after you watch it,
Uh-huh.
take that dance scene
Yeah.
and replace the soundtrack
Yeah.
with when the bodies hit the floor.
Wait, I'm pretty sure I could probably find that on YouTube. It's like somebody has to have made
It-
that already, right?
It lines up so well. It is ridiculous how well it lines up, where you can get it such that it does the build up, such that when they first say the floor, it's when the escape pod jettisons.
Okay, so get a Blu-ray copy of Wall-E. get Drowning Pool's debut, I want to say self-titled album, on vinyl. Drop acid and then cue that shit up.
Yeah, unfortunately,
It's the new Dark Side of the Moon.
I don't think it works out quite that well, but yeah, I would love to see if it
we
did.
don't know unless we try.
I know, right?
I'll do it for experience or science. You know.
Yeah, I used that for one of my classes, and there's something else. Oh, I ended up making Apologize, and the Timbaland remix of it into a canon where it just played over itself to show how much music of that time period just didn't change, and so you could make it a canon at almost any time interval.
What is a canon? Other than
So are you?
What you do to shoot at people?
Are you familiar with rounds, like row your boat?
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. So basically,
it's just a classy, sophisticated version of that.
Oh,
You have
nice.
a touch more freedom, but it's basically the same.
Okay.
And one fewer N, because reasons.
Yep. Talking about things that blew my mind as a child, like the whole row your boat sync up thing. Like what we were just talking about. I just remember, like, as a child hearing that, and I'm like, how did they do it?
Mm.
It doesn't seem possible.
I took
They
a
already
class
started the song. They can't start it again.
I
Why
took
does it work?
a course in college that was almost entirely that.
Oh, nice.
Like, how do you write something that you can then make into a canon
yeah.
or a fugue or anything of the sort? The book's an essay on anime. It's hard to track down the top. Then just grab us like a random 5.
Yeah, yeah.
So
like
definitely take the book and just drop it and see what page it lands on.
Well, don't drop it. It might be delicate.
Well, like
lightly, set
like
it on
put the
its
spine on the table and just let it open on its own.
Part your hands and just let it fall open if it's capable of such things.
If you got some D10s, you could roll. You could also roll for it. Roll for page.
There you go. Perfect Blue. That's also one I need to see.
Which one is perfect?
I know nothing about it. I just know it's like on Letterboxd top 250 horror movies of all time.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Pick a year.
I like yours.
1637. Oh, you didn't tell me. You didn't specify a range. Just said pick a year. We are between the 70s and 2000. 85.
Oh, I was gonna guess 89.
Oh, there you go.
Sounds like a good year.
So 85, 89, and 94.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, that was an anime movie I watched not too long ago. Lily Cat. Which was like the anime ripoff movie, the anime alien ripoff movie.
Would not have expected that with that name.
Yeah.
But then again, I wouldn't have expected Elfen Lied from Elfen Lied.
Well, yeah, that's fair. And realistically, the movie is actually like very not like Alien at all, but it shares enough traits that you can tell that the genesis was like they were going for Alien. They were going for an Alien type of movie. I remember it being pretty good. I love an Alien ripoff movie, man.
Oh yeah.
Like William Malone's Creature. I remember that one actually being pretty damn good.
Leviathan?
Leviathan, I think, was one too. Although wasn't that like set underneath?
It was underwater, but it's
yeah, but it's very much kind of an alien. It's alien underwater. Therefore, you can't sue us, right?
Right?
Wink, right? Oh my god, did I finish? Am I done?
Are we done, Chet? Are we done?
The answer is never, but you can try.
Well, with these floors in particular.
Can't find a 1989. Found 1988. Hypersexual psychoviolence.
Is that the name of a movie?
I mean, it's not the most batshit insane title I've heard from Japan, is all I will say. And I could give you an example, but it's a Christian Minecraft server, therefore I won't.
Oh, there's one.
But I do want to look up what that movie is, though, now.
There's one that I saw that I had no idea from the title what it would be about, but it involved garter belt and panties.
Oh, garter belt and stocking. I believe.
Panty and stocking with garter belt.
There
Panty
it
and
is.
stocking with
I
garter
knew
belt,
like there were
yeah.
3, and then I saw like just a trailer type thing for it, and I'm like, oh, punk rock band. Okay.
Yeah. I had a friend in college who was super into that show, and like I remember he bought like figurines of them that were quite sexy. I was like, I don't know what the hell is up with this show, but it looks like something I'd be into.
Go Nagai was a creator who created stuff like Cutie Honey, Devilman, and Amazing Your Z.
Mm.
And Violence
Devilman's another one I need to check out. I've heard good things.
I could not finish the first episode of the Devilman Crybaby.
Oh, really? That bad, huh?
Well,
In terms
that
of,
not
like,
for me
subject matter,
at
I'm
that
assuming.
time.
Okay.
Like
I
it
watched the whole
might
thing. It was fine.
it might be better now,
It
but
wasn't what I was expecting, if I say.
Okay. Now I gotta figure out where I go from here.
Ooh, the back has featured
Fine.
titles. Let's go. And it's back then, so
there we go.
titles can actually fit.
Yeah.
Nowadays, you'd only get like
So
5
you accidentally
shows.
became reincarnated as a dangerous squirrel.
Kimba, the White Lion.
Ah. Oh yeah,
man.
I remember Kimba. My mom liked Kimba.
I've only heard about it in terms of Disney ripping them off for the Lion King.
Yeah, that's how I think that's how she came to know it as well. Originally, but then she found a copy of it and she was like, I like this better than the Lion King. I'm like, okay, hipster.
2 thumbs up.
Whatever you say.
Space Battleship Yamato.
I've heard of that one. I hear that one's quite good. Astro Boy, I've heard that.
Yeah, Astro Boy is a classic. One of those like
Yeah.
it's a classic. I'm never gonna watch because kind of like the original Mobile Suit Gundam. Like, oh yeah, it's a classic. I'm not gonna watch it. I'm not gonna. I'm not here to be.
Oh
to
yeah,
pretend.
Speed Racer. How could we forget
Oh,
about Speed Racer?
Maybe I wasn't thinking of Gundam. I was thinking of Robotech. I always get them confused. And Speed Racer, yeah, no, I definitely watched Speed Racer when I was kid. But I think for some reason I didn't, because I think Speed Racer was the only thing like Speed Racer, so I just saw Speed Racer as like a cartoon, not like anime.
Gigantor. I think Gigantor.
Yeah, I think Speed Racer was what kind of turned me off of anime when I was a kid.
Okay,
Because-
yeah, I could see that.
Because I only ever saw it dubbed, and I just
It's
hate
so goofy.
I hate dubs. That there's too much visual audio dissonance for me.
Yeah.
And so once I started watching things with subtitles, I was like, oh yeah, this feels way better.
To come back to something earlier, I will say that's one of the best things about Furikuri is that it like the dub is excellent.
It's
Like,
so good.
It you can watch either way and you will get everything from it. Like the director went through and like made the choice of like who to have for the dub based on voices and stuff, and it is a very pleasant dub experience.
Good. What? No Digimon? They've got the Animatrix, but they got no Digimon, huh?
That's big Pokemon putting the head out. Is what
Yeah,
it is.
that's fair.
Like they couldn't fight the Matrix, but they could sure as hell fight Digimon.
Vampire Hunter D, there that is again. Good stuff.
Oh, another game for when I've got Japanese better is Ni no Kuni. Because it's
Revenant
It's-
Kingdom?
basically a studio Ghibli movie in a game.
Oh, nice.
Cool.
But apparently the first game is really good, but the second game is absolute garbage.
Listen, there you go. Trust in Rotten Tomatoes again. Play it for yourself and find out.
I don't have that kind of time.
Maybe you'll love it. You got 5 minutes to give it.
It gets really good 50 hours in.
Yeah, don't fall for that horseshit. I've fallen for that with Zack Snyder's Sucker Punch. It's like no. You got to watch the 3-hour director's cut, and then it's a great movie. It's like 3 hours later, check my ass sleeping. You know.
I never did watch a Snyder cut of Justice League.
Oh no, I haven't watched the non-Snyder cut of Justice League. I kind of tapped out after. I tapped out pretty much after Batman v Superman, the court trial of the century. A movie I disliked so much I had a headache walking out.
Oof.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'll try to remember which one it was.
Suicide Squad's being the exception. Like David Ayer's Suicide Squad, I think gets criminally disrespected. It's actually really good. At least compare in the trilogy of like Man of Steel, Batman v Superman, Suicide Squad. Suicide Squad is actually watchable and fun. The other two, not so much.
I'll give you fun.
Yeah, I'll take fun.
But I think Justice League's the one. I remember watching a movie a few years back after I moved out here. I had a free movie ticket from my birthday for whatever from the the theater here, and Heather wasn't around, so I went and said, "Oh well, I'll go see a movie by myself," for my free ticket. I think it was Justice League, and I think I regretted not walking out of that movie.
Oh man,
it was so bad.
All right, glad I didn't go. After and even Suicide Squad, I rented for it, waited for it to come out on home video before I gave it a try. And also, waited until someone I know whose opinion I respect on movies said, no, give it a try. And I was like, okay.
Now,
that's the Suicide Squad. Yeah, I also have watched and loved. So anything with Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn, I'll still watch. But didn't watch Wonder Woman, either of them. Didn't watch Aquaman, despite loving Jason Momoa and James Wan. Still haven't seen that.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one either.
I don't care. I did see The Flash because my grandmother wanted to go see it, and it wasn't as horrible as I thought it would be.
I mean,
it wasn't great.
Dog food. This is terrible.
Oh no!
Dog sitting here looking sad at me.
But if there's no dog food, then what are you gonna have for dinner? Because the dog is having steak.
Wait, is there an Enderman on the train now?
Oh, probably. Every time the train comes by, there's some strange new rider.
That's what I'm here for.
Yeah.
Because I just saw an Enderman quickly going along the rail line. I'm like, what's going on?
Ruh-roh.
Yeah, there he is.
Yeah. I remember I saw a Suicide Squad, not the Suicide Squad, in the theater. My car was in for them to look at.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say, and I was told it'd be a couple hours, and so I think it was when they were doing my car had those Takata airbags, and they were doing the replacement. It was going to take a little while.
Oh, I was just assuming that you have a super sexy car, and they just wanted to check it out for a couple of hours, just look at it. They're oh
my current car is pretty awesome.
Look at the mufflers on this.
No, but it was playing at the local movie theater in the mall, and so I just kind of hung out there and watched that while they were doing that. It was okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
no, my opinion on the first Suicide Squad movie, I watched. I guess it's not a director's cut, but it is an extended cut. which I think adds like a few more scenes, character scenes between them. That adds like kind of much needed detail and context to things, and actually like lets them shine as characters. So that's where I'm forming my opinion. I've never seen the theatrical cut, but I believe it was it probably sucked worse. I think I was just so relieved to watch a DC movie where like I could crack a smile every once in a while
Yeah.
and actually like enjoy the characters and not deal with Jesse Eisenberg.
Yeah.
Like any excuse to not deal with Jesse Eisenberg, I think it's a good thing.
Batman.
Is my game crashing? Oh, game knows it's time to end.
Uh-oh.
I'm just sitting next to you, suddenly disappeared.
Yeah, just sitting on a bench, not touching anything. And the game's like, nope, time for bed.
Mm-hmm.
Time for
Yeah.
bed.
Jared Leto is terrible in a lot of Jared Leto is an amazing actor in a few things, but in a lot of things he's pretty bad.
He's just gotten so weird. And he's become such a jerk.
Uh-huh.
Because that's the thing, like Jared Leto aside, like I felt like Joker in Suicide Squad was like maybe one of the purest Jokers I've seen in movies, because like what did Joker do? He had nothing to do with anything. He just showed up and caused random chaos. And just like made everyone's day worse. And it's like, well, that's Joker. That is Joker.
That is
that's kind of his thing. Like, what? He doesn't have like a plot or like a way to plan to take over Gotham? No, he's just screwing things up. Like, yeah, all right. Yeah, exactly. I was like, so okay, yeah, I'm not, does he look like a weird gangster Joker? Yeah, like I the character design on it was goofy as hell, but as far as his actions in that movie, it's like, no, man, that's pure Joker.
Choices were made.
Mm-hmm. What's wild is that they made those choices for Joker, everyone hated them, and then however many years later, it seems like they made the exact same design choices for Bill Skarsgård's Crow.
Yeah, didn't see it. Not gonna see it probably. So, yeah, whatever.
I watched the trailer. It looked all right. Like, it's not going to compare to the original. All right, like they probably should have never even attempted that.
I think there should be another movie range called The Why. If I rate you as a why, you need to really come up with a really good reason why you actually went through and made this steaming whatever,
So my relationship with the Joaquin Phoenix Joker movie is what you're saying. Where I before I watched it, I was like, I don't know why we need a Joker solo movie. And then I watched it, I was like, I still don't know why we needed a solo Joker movie. It's like a 2.5 hour excuse to just tell Batman's origin story again. And I was like, dude, I'm done.
Yeah, I thought there was a lot more to it than that, but I could see it.
Fair enough.
Oh, catnap.
I know people enjoyed it. But I think my favorite part of the Joker movie was like the whole like giant sewer rat problem, and how in some scenes you would just see giant rats walking around. I love that. I was like, I want more of the giant rat plot, please.
I want this.
The rat made extra large
Yeah.
and left it on overnight.
I want the Ninja Turtle crossover. Let's go.
Yeah.
That's with Daredevil.
Oh, right. Yeah. That's right. Because Ninja Turtles were like a parody of Daredevil.
Kind of, yeah.
But if you want more of this cutting commentary, we'll be back on Tuesday. Probably with Frog. Maybe not. We'll see.
Maybe. Fingers crossed.
Yeah, let's not even have any extra goodbyes. Let's just say bye-bye.
See ya.